Welcome to the Mission 4 activity video, Advanced Shapes and Colors. In this video, we'll explore the following topics: compound shapes, gradients, and then you will complete an activity where you create your own band logo. Use Gravit to follow along with the video tutorial. If you get stuck, pause the video or rewind. Begin by going to gravit.io and click on Start Now. I'm already signed in with my Google account, so it will log me in. For this activity, we'll choose a print paper size, and we'll make a flyer, which is 5 by 7 inches. Select the correct size, and then click Create. In this tutorial, we'll create an ice cream cone to demonstrate compound shapes and gradients. Select the triangle icon from the Shapes tool, and draw a triangle that somewhat resembles an ice cream cone. I like to make it kind of tall and narrow. You can use the arrows to adjust the size and then rotate it to get it exactly how you want. Next, I'll choose a color that somewhat resembles an ice cream cone, like a brown or light orange. Next, let's add some ice cream to our cone. Go up to the Shapes tool and select Ellipse. By holding down Shift and drawing a circle, it creates a perfectly round, symmetrical circle. I like my ice cream to be slightly wider than my cone. Also, choose a flavor. For this activity, I'll make mine this light pink to represent a strawberry. By holding down Shift, you can select both the ice cream and the cone. With both the ice cream and cone selected, press Ctrl-C to copy, and then Ctrl-V to paste. This will create a copy and paste of your ice cream cone. Drag them out on the page and arrange them as such. We now have 4 ice cream cones. On the first one, hold Shift and select both the ice cream and the cone. Then, go up to the Compound Shapes icon and select Union. You'll notice that the ice cream and the cone have now become one shape. We can move them around together and adjust them as one shape instead of 2. We can use compound shapes to create even more interesting designs. On the second ice cream cone, select the ice cream and the cone with Shift, and then select Subtract from the Compound Shapes menu. Notice that this subtracted the circular portion from the triangular cone. Again, this is a great tool to make custom shapes that you wouldn't be able to normally draw. Let's go down to the third cone and select the ice cream in the cone using Shift. Back up to the Compound Shapes menu, we will select Intersect. Now this will keep the portion where the circle and the triangle overlapped. So notice it only keeps that little half circle portion. Select our fourth ice cream cone using Shift, and then go up to the Compound Shapes tool and select Difference. This removes the overlapping portion of the ice cream in the cone. Notice that our third shape actually is the missing puzzle piece to our fourth shape. So here you can see the Compound Shapes tool is excellent for creating custom, interesting, and weird shapes for any of your designs. Now that we have 4 unique compound shapes, let's add some interesting colors to them using something called color gradients. To change the color of our first compound shape, we would click on it, and then in the Inspector menu, click on Fills. Here we could change it to tan, green, but if you go up to the option that says Color Fill, you can select Linear Gradient. This creates a gradual change between 2 or more colors along a line. We can change those colors on the right and then change the line on the shape. Once we have drawn our linear gradient, we can select different colors in the menu on the right. So notice I changed that black to a purple. I can also click on that color line and add more colors. So I'll add a green in the middle. I can change the position of the green by sliding it on the right or by sliding that circle on the shape. Play around with this linear gradient tool until you get a really cool looking combination of colors. Let's move on to our second compound shape. Click on the shape and then select the Fills icon in the Inspector panel. Go up to the menu and select Radial Gradient. This is a gradual change in colors along a circle. So you can see our center is brown and our outside color is black. I'll change the center to red, and then I can actually select that outside color, and let's change it to a yellow. I can also click in the middle of that color line to assign a third color, like blue. I can change the position of that blue and of the yellow by dragging the line on the shape itself. Playing around with gradients is a great way to make your designs more interesting. You can color any shape with any kind of gradient you want. For this third shape, we will use the Eyedropper tool. So click on the third shape, select Fills, and let's say I want this to be the same green as our first ice cream cone. Click on the Eyedropper tool and then select the exact color you want. This will copy that color and assign it to the shape you selected. Finally, we'll fill in our fourth shape with an angular or random gradient. Select the fourth shape and go to the Angular Gradient selection in Color Fill. Here you can select multiple colors, just like in linear and radial gradients. You can change the colors, add more colors, and adjust the way they are shaped. Notice that this time the colors change along an angle dictated by the location of these lines. Play around with the colors and line locations to get the color combination you like best. Remember, there are no hard and fast rules when using compound shapes or gradients. They're all for customizing your designs and making them as cool as possible. So here I'm adding a different color. Let's add a yellow or maybe a green to our angular gradient. It's all about making your designs represent you. Perfect. You can go ahead and export and submit this tutorial activity, then create a new page for your band logo activity, which we'll explain the instructions for in a moment. But in a nutshell, that's how you use compound shapes and gradients to make designs in Gravit. Now let's put our skills to the test in the Mission 4 activity, Design a Band Logo. Activity instructions. It's the year 1968 and the band Rainbow Guitar Experience needs a logo. Create a new page in Gravit and design a logo that includes the band name, at least one compound shape using union, subtract, difference, or intersect, at least one gradient, and then use any images, effects, clipping, and paths that you want. Export your design as a PNG when you are finished. Here's an example band logo that I created. Notice that I used a linear gradient in the hand and guitar from red to yellow to green, and then I also used the difference tool in the compound shapes menu to get that cool overlapping effect. If you finish your band logo early or want an optional challenge, try to recreate the image on the right using compound shapes. Export and submit this along with your band logo as a PNG. Thanks for watching this activity video, and good luck on your designs.